Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Bruce Lee is remembered as a martial arts icon, a movie star, and a fighter who changed the face of cinema. But behind the flying kicks and lightning punches, there was a deeper force, a philosopher, a thinker, a man who studied life itself. Bruce Lee once said, "All knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge, and that is where his true greatness lies, beyond the screen, beyond the fight, in his philosophy of living." Perhaps his most famous teaching is simple. Be water, my friend.
Be water, my friend.
Bruce, water represented the ultimate truth of existence. Water is formless. It adapts to whatever it touches. It can flow gently or crash with unstoppable power. This was not just martial arts strategy. It was a life principle. To survive, to grow, to win, one must adapt, not rigid, not stuck, but fluid, flexible, unstoppable. Bruce taught us, don't resist life, flow with it. Bruce Lee believed that the greatest battle is not against another opponent, but against yourself. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Action, discipline, focus. These were the tools he used to master his mind and body. He saw martial arts not as a way to defeat others, but as a way to sharpen the self. Every punch, every movement was not just training the body, it was sculpting the soul. To Bruce, martial arts was a mirror. It showed who you really are when stripped of excuses. Bruce Lee despised complexity for the sake of show. He said, "It's not the daily increase, but the daily decrease." Hack away at the unessential. Life is not about adding more, but removing what holds you back. Clutter in your mind, ego in your heart, waste in your movements. His art, Jeet Kune Do, was not about collecting techniques. It was about stripping away the unnecessary until only the essential remained. In this, Bruce's philosophy was not just martial, it was universal. Less is more. Simplicity is truth. Bruce Lee challenged tradition. When others stayed in fixed styles, he broke free. When others followed rigid rules, he adapted. When others said, "This is the way," Bruce answered, "Absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, add what is specifically your own." To him, truth was not in blind obedience, but in freedom. Freedom of movement, freedom of thought, freedom of being. Bruce's rebellion was not against martial arts, it was against limitation itself. Bruce Lee was not obsessed with defeating others, he was obsessed with becoming whole. He taught that fear is the enemy, doubt is the cage, ego is the poison. He said, defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. The real fight then is not outside, it is inside. Master yourself, and no opponent can control you. For Bruce, life was not about being strong only in body. He read philosophy, he wrote poetry, he studied psychology. He knew that strength without wisdom is hollow, power without compassion is dangerous, and speed without stillness is chaos. Bruce Lee lived as a complete human being, warrior, thinker, artist, father. His philosophy reminds us, balance is power, wholeness is victory. Bruce Lee left us at only 32 years old. But his philosophy is timeless. He showed the world that martial arts is more than combat. It is a way of life. He showed us that philosophy is not just theory, it is action. And he showed us that the greatest victory is not in the arena, but in the mind. Be yourself. Express yourself. Have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. Bruce Lee was not just the dragon of martial arts. He was the poet of movement, the philosopher of freedom, and a teacher of life itself. This is the untold philosophy of Bruce Lee, not just a fighter, not just a star, but a guide for anyone who seeks truth, discipline, and freedom beyond martial arts.